very few moments in Hindi cinema that will showcase you moments between characters that are never seen before or are definitely not the norm. However, this video is not only going to focus on creators taking the risk of showcasing something never seen before, but will also talk about how certain sequences got into trouble for either some of the most minute details or blatant plagiarism masked as influence. You guys can decide whether you find these sequences offensive or not acceptable, but it is my duty to tell you what the masses felt about it and give you my thoughts. So let's just get to it. So here is Tried&Refused Productions with 5 Bollywood movie scenes that sparked major controversy. Padmavat. One of my favorite cinematic experiences this year was Padmavat. The sheer scale at which it was produced, the sequences among the 3 main leads, the music and the acting performances. Everything just created an atmosphere for an ideal movie-going experience. However, we all know that the film ran into a lot of trouble with the Karni Sena. Initially due to the rumor that there was a dream sequence between Khilji and Padmavati, and later because they were skeptical of the portrayal of Rani Padmavati in the entirety of the film. Due to major backlash from all angles, the censor board had to do something. The film does nothing but boast of Rajput pride and honor in its entire running minutes. The Karni Sena actually should have been proud of the film as it does nothing but boast about Rajput honor and valor. But kahin na kahin problem to dekhni hai na. So Goomer song mein Rani Padmavati ka midriff unhe pasand nahi aaya. This, in our opinion, was a change that the creators would have gone through and spent an ample amount of money to change in the VFX department. Something that did not change the final impact that was intended in our opinion. What did you think of this change? Barfi. Barfi was an absolutely beautiful film. A movie that showed some unique characters, a deaf and mute as the lead, and Priyanka Chopra playing an autistic but quirky and fun girl. Anurag Basu was lauded for his impressive directorial skills, but at the same time was criticized for ripping off certain sequences from iconic international films. When Ranbir Kapoor is running away from the cops, the hilarious ladder sequence is actually taken frame by frame from the 1922 Buster Keaton comedy Cops. The controversy was not just because of this scene, but the fact that several other scenes were also copied. The scene where Barfi is on his bike and is riding through a narrow lane and knocks on a window so that it opens to smack the cop on the face is taken from the Jackie Chan 1983 action film Project A. Another hilarious scene from the film as Saurabh Shukla tries to catch Barfi as he outwits the cop from a sliding door is blatantly copied from the 1917 Charlie Chaplin film The Adventurer. As Ranbir is trying to entertain Priyanka's character, he puts on a show with a dummy exactly the same way in the song Make Him Laugh from the 1952 musical comedy Singing in the Rain. Now you guys decide whether this can be ignored just as a homage to the iconic characters or movies, or something seriously should have happened. Siddhartha, a movie which is technically not a Bollywood film but features mainstream Indian actors and focuses on a story very close to India's heart, is the 1972 Conrad Rooks directed film Siddhartha. Based on the novel written by Hermann Hesse with the same name, the film is something, despite its historical nature, way ahead of its time to be showcased on big screen in front of Indian audiences in 1972. Siddhartha, one of the names given by Buddha to himself, the film focuses on his pilgrimage and wanting to understand his destiny in life. In this journey, he comes across the Samanas, who practice self-denial, and most importantly, Kamla, a courtesan that claims she can teach and provide love as an art. Shashi Kapoor plays Siddhartha and Simi Garibal Kamla. It was always considered that Shashi Kapoor, with his love for cinema and theatre, was always ahead of his time, with his choice especially in the 70s in sharing multiple intimate scenes with Simi Garibal. The Indian audience was not used to this. There are multiple love-making sequences where both the actors bear it all, and especially with the way heroines were portrayed in Hindi films, this was something that the censor board just did not approve of. PK. Now, talking about this controversy in particular might get me into trouble, but I will provide arguments from both sides and maybe you guys can tell me what your opinion is of the entire sequence and the debate surrounding it. So PK was a courageous film that looked at a fictional character, an alien who does not have a way back to go home and constantly searches for his remote that is going to help him. In this journey of coming across human beings, he gets to know of their interesting ways and their day-to-day life. The alien is extremely pragmatic and always points out loopholes to customs and traditions. A scene that sparked a lot of controversy was when PK stumbles upon a man dressed up as Lord Shiv and asks for his remote, thinking he is the actual god. It is a comical sequence as PK locks himself in the bathroom with him and desperately wants answers and a way to go back home. The actor who plays Lord Shiva, who is just there to get ready for the play, is extremely petrified. The reason for the outrage was that Lord Shiva, who is considered to be one of the most important gods in Hindu religion, is ridiculed in the sequence. The anchor on stage talks about how Shiva doesn't fear anything, and subsequently the scene switches to Lord Shiva being scared.
जिन्हें किसी का भय नहीं।
highlighting the irony and individuals that have strong religious sentiments felt uncomfortable seeing their deity being portrayed like that. For the counter argument, the creators believe that as PK is extremely illogical, maybe devoid of emotions or just accepting customs, he approached the situation out of desperation and actually believing he is meeting God. The scene is portrayed through his eyes that are not aware of social customs, manners, or tact. This further makes me think about how PK got into so much controversy, but the even more ballsy and daring OMG oh my god that asked even more controversial questions didn't get so much flack. It's mainly because of the design of the narration. PK really focuses on Hindu religion specifically and questions its traditions and customs. All of this coming from an alien, an organism meeting humans for the first time. OMG, however, tries to argue about these customs with respect to all religions, Hindu, Muslim, Christianity, and many more, all also originating from the sensibility and guidance of a character that plays Lord Krishna. The source of information, like an alien or a character playing Lord Krishna, may just be the reason why PK got so much heat from so many factions. Veere the Wedding. Veere the Wedding was a commercial film that did exceedingly well financially. Barring some issues with the film with respect to its message to showcase independent women living their lives unapologetically and not playing second fiddle to male characters, the movie had some hilarious moments and was all in all an enjoyable ride. Whether it successfully did something for women in the entertainment industry is something that is highly debatable. A sequence, however, that was shocking for the masses to witness on the big screen was pertaining to Swara Bhaskar's character Sakshi. While the character is describing the reason for her divorce, she talks about how the couple got into a major argument after which her husband went to the office. In order to make it up to her, the husband comes early with a bouquet of flowers to surprise Sakshi and finds her masturbating in bed. The sequence is long as Sakshi pleasures herself and moans loudly, an aspect which shouldn't come as a shock or even a deal breaker in a relationship. It might just be the most normal thing ever to do when you're alone at home, but it becomes such a huge deal for the guy that it becomes a reason for their separation. The masses were not a big fan of the scene because they found it lewd and repulsive, something that I do not agree with one bit. The scene actually showcases the dim-wittedness of the husband who leaves his wife just because she masturbated. What do you think of the scene? And that was the list, guys. Write down in the comments below if you have some video ideas for our channel. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.